Hey everyone, I wanted to quickly go over how to do this page of your assignment before you get started on the rest of it. So we have an experiment involving a spinner and a fair coin, and we can see the spinner below and the fair coin. Remember, that just means it's a heads and a tails. We're going to spin the spinner one time and flip the coin one time. And the question on this page wants you to list all of the possible outcomes or find them all. And we can use a list, a table, or a tree diagram. So I'm going to first do the list. If I were to make a list of the possible outcomes, I'm going to start with the color on the spinner. So I could get blue. And with blue, when I flip that coin, I could get heads. Or I could spin blue and get tails. Or I could spin yellow and get heads, or yellow and get tails. And to finish my list, I would do my other two colors, red and green, the exact same way. So whenever you have that done with all four colors and the heads and tails, that is all of the possible outcomes from this experiment. So that's one way you could do this. You could also make a table or an array. So table is just another word for array. And if you want to do an array or a table, you're going to go to Insert. You're going to come down to Table. And we have four colors. So I'm going to do 5 just because I know I need a column to list heads and tails in my table. And we'll do 3 down the side. Okay, so 5 by 3. And on the side, I'm going to list heads and tails. And across the top, I would list my colors, blue, yellow, green, red, and just like we've done before, fill out my array. So blue heads, blue tails, yellow heads, yellow tails. So that is doing the outcomes with a table. And then the last option is the tree diagram. And this is the one I really want to go over with you all because I've seen some struggle with this. So if you click on the cloud over here, it's going to take you to the bubble.us. And whenever you go to create your mind map, here's what I'm seeing. So you will, I'm signed out. So some of you will say, okay, here's heads, here's tails, all right? And now I'm going to come over here. Or actually, hold on. You'll say this is the coin. And then you will say, all right, I can do heads or I can do tails. And then you'll say, here's the spinner. And I can do red, green, yellow, and blue. And you will say, this is my tree diagram. Now, while yes, these are tree diagrams, this one right here only represents if we flip a coin. This one here represents if we only spin the spinner. We're not doing one event or the other. We're doing them together, okay? So we need a tree diagram that shows spinner and coin together. So if I have all the colors for my spinner here, I need to, for each color, say, I could also, with red, flip heads, or I could flip tails. With green, I could flip heads, or I could flip tails. And do that for each individual color on the spinner, okay? So remember, whenever we're doing a tree diagram for a compound event, meaning we're doing either a spinner and a coin, or 2 coins, or 2 spinners, or whatever it is, we have to combine them together in the same tree diagram, okay? As you're working, if you have any questions about how to do any of these, please just send me an email, and I will answer them as soon as I can. Otherwise, you all have a great day and a great weekend.